So Candace, you've spend a lot of time with kids. You also spend a lot of time with your colleagues who work with you and others to make all the enhancements. So, um, can you tell us just a few different things that you've been working on recently? Maybe some new features or products or resources. What are some of the recent releases that you have been working on?
As you mentioned, I still go 3 days a week and teach, and that is hands down my favorite part of my job, if I want to call it a job. It's not a job; it's a life, and I love going there. Partly because I love to just watch their faces light up, and I know that I know it makes a difference in their reading. But also when I'm with them and I'm having to struggle as a teacher, um, I'm always thinking, what can I do to make this a little bit better or easier for the teacher, because the teacher's jobs are huge. Or what can I do? What do I see that I've missed in the past? And so I'm come back with ideas. And who can imagine a life where you can come back with an idea and you have a team of people who are willing to make it real? And then you can go to a classroom and do it and make the phone call and say, this is fabulous, but we got to do one more thing. And
There's
so,
always a but.
so I think it's been kind of a magical life. Recently, there's four things that we've been working on hard that have been that are out there now that I'm really excited about. We have now put in our program Data Mentor, and what Data Mentor does is it tracks or uses the data on the student's performance. And then as a student starts to become better at their first time they read and their comprehension is going up, the computer can give information back to the teacher that says it might be time to raise their level. Or maybe they should do less read alongs. And so we try to give teachers information as they go. And so there's a little red button that says, we have data, we have a suggestion. And you just see the light on their faces. The kids want to see the suggestions. Now, every now and again, it's not a happy one because it'll be comprehension is not where it should be. So now let's see what you can do about your comprehension. And it suggests, the computer will suggest the teacher work on comprehension, which brings up another one that we've developed recently, and it's taken years actually. And it's because the only reason we really worry about we really read is for information. So the comprehension is critical. We have developed a compilation of lessons and actual handouts for kids and activities for kids to teach comprehension skills in the classroom for the classroom teacher to use as a handy, go to your desk and see what I can do about this. I see the problem. Can I get a lesson quickly that will address the problem? And it's very well done, I think. And I think it will help children and especially teachers who have that big burden. Also, in Read Live, there's a link, not to the full manual, but to some of those lessons and things. So when the data mentor says, this child needs help in comprehension, there's a link to go to right there in the program that says, here are some resources for you. So trying always to make the resources easy for teachers to get at because they just don't have the time. When I went to school in special education to become a special education teacher as an undergraduate, we had to take linguistics classes at the University of Minnesota in order to qualify to teach special ed. And so actually I brought with me one of our textbooks was this, which is a guide to teaching phonics written by June Orton, published in 1964. And as you can see, it's well worn. So in my mind, I knew that phonics, there was a place for it. And we very quickly developed stories that had a phonics base that taught the phonics. And I'm going to tell a little secret here that I'm almost embarrassed to say, but I hid the phonics in those years. I had the phonics at the back of the lesson because it was a bad word. For many years, it was not something we were supposed to do, but I couldn't give it up. And so it was just always kind of included in the program. Today, we now have what is really a dream come true for a teacher because we can place within Read Naturally, we can place a student in one of our phonics programs, either the one that develops fluency or the word warm-ups one, based on what they know today in their phonics. We give a little preview test, and it's right in the program. And then when they finish learning that set of lessons, then we can give them another little test to see, did they learn it? And if they learned it, we can move them on. If they didn't learn it, we can put them in the other program for a little bit of time to catch them up. So we really can get at that phonics very quickly, and it's a dream come true because the teacher does not have to go any place, doesn't have to get a whole bunch of flashcards. It's just a click of the button. Try this. Oh, you know that. Oh, wonderful. Ah. And so the data, right on the spot, decision making saves the teacher time and really helps the kids. They really track their own progress because they want to know, they want to go up, and they're real proud of themselves. There's just one more thing that we have that I'm really excited about, and that is progress monitoring of fluency. And that is now embedded in Read Naturally Live also. Now it's not the big benchmark with national norms, but it is a set of stories at instructional level that they read multiple times a year, and a little graph will come up to show the teacher how much progress has been made between the testings. And it also adds very important information for the teacher, but also the child, how many stories they've read in that amount of time. And so the impact of how much work they're doing and how many words they're reading is right there on the graph for the kids, the teachers, and the administrators. So that is another really exciting feature. I work with a woman who has worked with me now at this school that I'm at for the last 8 years. And when she started to work with me, she was she'd been a teacher, and it's been really fun to watch her learn to love data, maybe as much as I do. She's just, I mean, so what does it show? So what are we going to do now? And it's really fun to watch how I think the Read Naturally program has actually taught her a little bit about how important it is. So those are 4 big things that are out there right now.